Would you burn a winning lottery ticket just to eat a donut right now? Your brain does this daily. We trade millions in future freedom for cheap dopamine. It's a biological glitch called present bias. Welcome to Philly Money Psychology. Let's fix your brain. Let's rewind to last Tuesday. I was feeling dangerous. I had just received a tax refund check for exactly $1,000. To a normal person, that's just rent money, but to me, that was seed capital. I sat down, cracked my knuckles, and opened an investment growth calculator. I wanted to see the future. I did the financial genius math. Watch this. If I put this $1,000 into a solid growth fund or a productive business asset and completely ignored it for 40 years, assuming an average 8% annual growth from the market, do you know what happens? It turns into $21,724. I stared at the screen. That's not just numbers on a page. That is a free car. That is 5 incredible vacations. That is 4,000 tacos. I closed my eyes and vividly saw future Philly. He was sitting on a yacht eating those tacos, whispering, "Thank you, you disciplined legend." I was one click away from glory. I hovered the mouse over invest, and then my phone buzzed. Limited time offer. Life size. Animatronic Yoda talks. Moves. Judges you only. $999. The war began. My logical brain screamed, "Philly, do the math. That plastic doll costs $1,000 now, but the opportunity cost is $21,000. You are literally paying $21,000 for a toy." But then the monkey brain woke up. It looked at the math and said, "Bro, who cares about 2065? We could be dead by Tuesday. Also, the tacos are imaginary. Yoda is real, and he glows." I looked at the imaginary yacht sinking into the ocean. I looked at the buy now button, and I said, "Sorry, future Philly. Enjoy being poor." Click. The package arrived 2 days later. The lightsaber was bent. The voice box sounded like a chain smoker. I played with it for 11 minutes before I got bored. I sat there realizing I had just burned $21,000 of my future wealth for 11 minutes of dopamine. I wasn't an investor. I was a toddler with a credit card. Master your mind to master your money. Don't be a slave to the system. Subscribe. Now, let's go deeper. Why did I do that? Why did I, a guy who runs a finance channel, trade a literal fortune for a piece of plastic junk? Am I stupid? Okay, don't answer that. No, I am biologically hardwired to fail. And here is the scary part. So are you. Scientists call this phenomenon hyperbolic discounting. That's a fancy way of saying your brain is an addict that values now infinitely more than later. Here is a test to prove it. If I offered you $100 right now or $110 tomorrow, you'd say, "I'll wait until tomorrow." You are rational. You can wait 24 hours for a 10% profit. That's an easy business decision. But if I offer you $100 right now or $200 in a year, your brain short circuits. Mathematically, waiting is a no-brainer. It is a 100% gain. There is no safe asset in the world that guarantees that kind of doubling. Warren Buffett would kill for that return. But your monkey brain screams, "Take the cash, run, eat it before the tiger comes." Why? Because for 99% of human history, the concept of the future didn't exist. If a caveman killed a mammoth, he had to eat it immediately. Saving it meant it would rot. Saving it meant a tiger would steal it. Saving it meant the guy next door would take it. Evolution rewarded the guy who ate the marshmallow instantly. The guy who saved for retirement, he died of starvation in a cave before he turned 30. We are the descendants of the impulsive eaters. We are the grandchildren of the people who couldn't wait. The problem is we don't live in caves anymore. We live in a digital economy built on long-term assets and compound growth. We are trying to run caveman software 1.0 in a Wall Street world 2.0. And it causes a system crash every time you walk into an Apple store. Your biology is fighting against your bank account, and usually biology wins. The caveman inside you sees a shiny object and thinks survival, while your bank account sees poverty. It gets funnier and actually much scarier. You might think I'm just treating myself, but biologically, you are actually stealing from a stranger. A groundbreaking study by psychologist Hal Hershfield proved this using brain scans. When you think about yourself right now, the me center of your brain lights up. But when you think about future you, it goes dark. Instead, the brain activates the exact same area used for strangers like Matt Damon or a random guy on the bus. Let that sink in. Neurologically, your brain does not recognize future you as you. This explains everything. This is why you eat the cake. I'll get the taste now and let that guy deal with the diabetes. This is why you spend the money. I'll buy the Yoda now and let that guy be broke. You treat future. You like a trash can. You dump all your debt and regrets on him, assuming he will somehow be Superman, richer and more disciplined than you. But spoiler alert, he won't be Superman. He will just be you, but tired, broke, and sad because you betrayed him. You are essentially embezzling funds from a version of yourself you haven't met yet. And guess who knows this science? Marketing agencies. They engineered the modern world to do one thing: remove friction. They weaponize the pain of paying. Paying with cash actually activates pain centers in your brain. It acts as a natural brake. So companies invented credit cards to kill that pain. A credit card decouples the pleasure from the cost. You get the reward now and push the pain to later. You get the dopamine. The stranger in the future gets the bill. The saddest part? The dopamine is a lie. The thrill isn't in having the item, it's in buying it. The rush peaks the second you click buy and crashes the moment the box arrives. We are addicted to the hunt, burning our freedom for a chemical high that lasts shorter than a TikTok video. So, are we doomed to be broke monkeys forever? No. But you have to stop trying to use willpower. Willpower is a joke. It's a battery that dies by 5 p.m. If you rely on discipline to save money, you will fail. You need a system. Rule number 1 is the ULYSSES PACT. In Greek mythology, Ulysses wanted to hear the sirens sing, but he knew he would crash his ship if he did. He didn't say, "I'll just try really hard not to listen." No, he ordered his crew to tie him to the mast. He physically removed his ability to be stupid. You need to tie yourself to the mast. Automate your wealth. Set up an auto transfer. The second your paycheck hits 20%, should instantly vanish into an investment account or a gold savings account that you cannot easily touch. If you don't see the money, you can't spend it on talking dolls. Don't give present you a vote. He's an idiot. Make the decision once so you don't have to fight yourself every single month. By removing the option to spend, you remove the need for willpower. Make the stranger real. Since your brain thinks future you is Matt Damon, you need to introduce yourself. I want you to actually do this. Download an aging filter app. Seriously, age your face by 40 years. Print that photo out. Tape it to your credit card. Tape it to your bathroom mirror. Look at those wrinkles. Look at those tired eyes. That isn't a stranger. That is you. Imagine him. Imagine he has bad knees. Imagine he is tired of working. Imagine he wants to buy a gift for his grandchild but can't because you bought a jet ski in 2025. When you stare into the eyes of the old person you are becoming, it gets really hard to steal from him. Suddenly, building wealth isn't a sacrifice. It's a gift to a vulnerable old man who is counting on you. Build empathy for the old man in the mirror. Talk to him. Ask him what he needs. He needs you to be smart today so he can be safe tomorrow. The 72-hour friction. Present bias loves speed. It thrives in the hot state of emotion, so freeze it. You are allowed to add anything to your cart. Go crazy. Put a helicopter in there, but you are forbidden from clicking checkout for 72 hours. In those 3 days, the chemical fog lifts. The monkey brain gets bored and goes to sleep. Your rational brain wakes up and looks at the cart like, why do we have a $300 banana slicer? 90% of the time, you will delete the item. You didn't want the item, you wanted the hit. Add friction to spending. Delete the shopping apps. Remove the saved credit cards from your browser so you have to physically walk across the room to get your wallet. Be lazy. Let your laziness save your wealth. If you make spending money annoying, you will do it less often. Here is the truth. The battle for your wealth isn't fought on the stock market charts. It's fought in the mirror. It is a civil war between present you, who wants a cookie, and future you, who wants freedom. Every time you use these rules, you are winning that war. You are choosing to be the architect of your life, not just a passenger. Wealth is not about how much money you make. It is about how much of your future you keep. And trust me, sitting in that paid-off house, secure and free in 2065, it's going to taste a lot better than the pizza today. But there is a trap. Even if you master present bias, even if you defeat the impulse to buy the Yoda, there is a darker, more sophisticated glitch waiting for you. This one doesn't rely on impulse. It relies on your identity. It's when you buy one sensible thing, like a nice desk, and suddenly you feel forced to upgrade your chair, your lamp, and your entire room to match it. It's called the Diderot effect. It bankrupted a famous philosopher, and it's probably draining your account right now. To see how a simple bathrobe destroyed a man's life and how to stop it, click this video right here. Don't let your brain trick you. I'll see you over there. You didn't just learn about money today, you learned about your mind. Remember, it's not money, it's psychology.